This time, I attended Tokyo Game Show 2025. My impressions will be fairly brief, but I also filmed some videos, so if you're interested, please watch until the end. This time, it was held at Makuhari Messe, a large-scale venue in Japan. I also created unedited footage, but I think it took about 4 hours to watch everything. It was the largest exhibition ever, so the atmosphere was incredibly lively. I'll summarize it briefly. First, I headed to the Nike booth. The numbered tickets ran out early in the morning, so I had to take photos from the sidelines. The cosplayers' quality is top-notch again this year. I attended for 2 of the 4 days. Since it was a business day, attendance was relatively low even then. I heard the public days were so crowded you couldn't even walk. I attended for 2 of the 4 days. Since it was a business day, attendance was relatively low even then. I heard the public days were so crowded you couldn't even walk. I attended for 2 of the 4 days. Since it was a business day, attendance was relatively low even then. I heard the public days were so crowded you couldn't even walk. I haven't been playing Arknights much lately, but their booth was really beautiful. The cosplayers were also incredibly skilled, looking just like the game characters themselves. Sony's booth was showing videos of various games. I was surprised to find a Resident Evil demo here too, and it was incredibly popular. I can't wait to play it at home. Every year, the Konami booth is probably what I look forward to the most. The Silent Hill corner. The terrifying companions were there again this year. The quality is just too high. I couldn't try the demo stations because the wait times were too long, but it was the best booth for soaking up that horror atmosphere. Additionally, there was an exhibit for the hugely popular Japanese game Momotaro Dentetsu. It's a board game-like experience using actual Japanese cities. I think the Konami booth had a particularly large number of booth attendants. I got lucky and was able to try out Limit Zero Breakers without waiting, so I gave it a go. It's a game reminiscent of Genshin Impact or Monster Hunter, but it seems to pursue an even more exhilarating feel. Personally, I found it really fun to play, though it did strain my eyes a bit. The Ananta booth was so crowded I could only take videos. It's an open-world game that seemed to have incredibly high expectations. This is definitely one of the games I want to play when it's released. Mice used by popular Japanese streamers were also on display. Many were very stylish, and I imagine many female streamers would want one. The life-size Resident Evil figures were incredibly impressive. There were also Monster Hunter figure displays, and the hands-on experience area was well equipped. My favorite Chun-Li life-size figure was there too, and it was absolutely perfect. Capcom really seems to be putting a lot of effort into their figures. Taking a short break at the Red Bull corner. Next up is Star Savior. I hadn't checked it out before, but the character designs were really well done. The anime PV was also very high quality, so it's a game worth looking forward to. Pre-registration is available, so if you're interested, why not give it a try? The cosplayers' costumes were also top-notch. The most impressive booth was this one. The second day's show was already at a level that had nothing to do with a game show anymore. It seems to be some kind of VR game where you can do anything. The content looked pretty interesting. Next up is Kalle Rider. It looks like an RPG where everyone fights while riding bikes. This year, the large booths from Chinese companies really stood out. This booth was also lavish, and there were tons of visitors. I generally like the art here, so it was one of the booths I spent quite a bit of time at. Next up is Tugananki. A game based on the latest anime has arrived. Lately, it seems like the latest anime in Japan haven't been turned into games right away, so this one was really interesting. Since the game also seems to be available on smartphones, I thought it would be easy to play and likely to spread among younger audiences. The rest of the time was taken up by other plans, so I could only manage a quick photo shoot. So here's a digest version. It was a really enjoyable first day at Tokyo Game Show. I'll be posting a video report for day 2 too, so stay tuned. In addition, tour participants will receive souvenirs such as figurines and manga. We also have rare goods available, so if you are interested, please check the tour details in the overview section. Akiba Otaku offers tours centered around anime. A true geek who has watched over 800 anime series will take you on a journey through the world of Japanese anime. For details, please refer to the overview section.